know thyself. That's something that is repeated everywhere, from like Bible to any self-help movement, any self-help book. Know thyself. Okay, well, translated to English is know yourself. First of all, let's leave the archaic usage of words to the last century. Reese. But what exactly does that mean, to know yourself? And to know yourself, a lot of people take it as, okay, I know what I like. I set a boundary of where it's okay for me, what is not okay for me, what I believe, what I don't believe, etc. But to me, it has always been very small. It's very limiting. It's like you almost putting a boundary around you and saying, okay, myself is all of this that I think is good and helpful for me to live my life happily. But that's it. It makes connecting to other people very difficult, because you have to have a way of getting through this boundary to the other person, and that, especially if that boundary is very solid and I'm that and nothing else, then it becomes very difficult. Would you say? Have you met people like this, where boundary was so walls were so high, because this boundary could be also based on trauma. It could be based on past experiences. It could be based on the beliefs that were mistaken. And then there you go. Then now you have your boundary, you have your walls, and then you might know and not know yourself, and you're trying to get to know yourself. But what are you trying to get to know? Boundaries, walls. So far, not further. It's one interpretation to know yourself. I prefer the one that means know the essence of yourself. What is your essence? And from biological standing point, yes, the essence is bones, blood, skin, organs, all of that stuff. But we as humans don't understand, where does consciousness come from? What is consciousness? And therefore, we've been looking for thyself in that consciousness. And that consciousness has expanded. Our understanding of this consciousness has expanded into knowing us as a collective. Hello, Jung. And knowing something that's beyond us, knowing perhaps our source, where we come from, and we ascertained and experienced, some of us, that the source is benign and the source is actually perfect love. And the rest of us, to know ourselves, we are trying to get to understanding, to our own experience of that perfect love, because without our own experience, it will be just words. It won't mean anything. It's like saying the world is purple, and what does that mean? Nothing. It's just a few syllables that I used, and waves that traveled through the air, right? So, know thyself. In a lot of cases, knowing thyself is also knowing what prevents you from knowing that source, or your connection to that source. A Course in Miracles puts a lot of emphasis on grievances. So there's a lesson that says love holds no grievances, and you as a source, as a being that was created by the source to be exactly like itself, should know no grievances. Because the way I see it, the grievance is like the love is this absolute perfect flow, and each grievance is taking and pinching that flow in different places, that to the point that it's so distorted that you don't see it or feel the flow anymore. It's still there, but you almost are putting a stop on each memory of a grievance puts a stop to that flow. And the job, part of knowing thyself, is getting those grievances open, getting those clamps released so that the flow continues. Easy said, done. with the done is, of course, there's plenty of resistance on our own part to not release the grievances, because they're familiar. We think that they make us who we are. They have been with us, and the light, the love hasn't been with us. So grievance feels almost brotherly, isn't it? Even though it's a grievance, you actually are against somebody. Most often you're against another person. You saved in yourself, in your energy field, so to say, in your love plasma, you saved a thought that this person did something wrong against me. And whether it was actually done or perceived done, it doesn't matter. It's the same clamp that's holding that place, that flow, and stopping it from getting to you and coming from you. So my challenge for you is find one of them, just one. I mean, we usually don't spend time looking, and then that's why we don't find them. But sometimes there's a big one that's there, and it's been there for years, and there's no way you're gonna release it. Okay, but that is your choice, absolutely. But think about that flow, how big a clamp it is that you're holding in place, so that flow doesn't continue. And maybe it's worth to releasing it a little bit, or because you don't want to deal with the big one, maybe look at the small one. Where else do you hold a grievance where something has seemed to have happened, where the other person might not even be aware of that, but you're the one who holding that grievance, and you're the one who are not letting the love flow. So my challenge is to find one, to get just a little bit more flow, to understand yourself just a little bit more, and to get to the purpose of know thyself just a little bit further. How about that?